are we rolling?
All right, down we go.
This is Radio Tetris International, Postcard from Poprad.
I think it's a bizarre idea.
Well, it doesn't sound broken.
We've had a bit of a rewind.
Ian, I've got something to say. I was waiting for my moment.
Lee and I have lots of fun when we do these funny little things that we do.
In all honesty, I don't get
It'd
it.
be like a menage a trois.
I'm actually sitting here in my scanties.
Now see what you've done, Rachel.
I've got to tell you, though, it's pretty hilarious.
Oh, right.
Absolutely not. It's because you mended the studio and you broke everything.
What an idiot.
RTI.
It certainly is. It's me, Eric Wiltshire, at the base of the glorious Tatry Mountains. And I'm just going to enjoy saying this. For all of you listening in the UK, it was 30 degrees yesterday. And it's raining where you are, and it's cold, and it was 19 degrees. You should be here. You see, I keep telling you to come on holiday to Poprad. You don't listen to me, so you sit there with 19 degrees, your central heating on, and freezing. Whilst we're over here, and I should really do this now, before I introduce Mr. Banks. No, I'll introduce him first. Hello, Mr. Banks from Poland.
How do you do?
I do very well. How's Poland?
Poland's lovely. I really like Poland. It's so full of happy, smiley people.
Good.
It does your heart good. But we're actually just about to go into the middle of a thunderstorm, which again is incredible because we're sitting at one of the highest points on the Tatra Mountains on the border of Slovakia.
In Zakopane.
Zakopane, or Zakopane, as Mancunians like to say.
Oh, God. Where was I? Oh, yes, I have to do a public service information broadcast to begin with.
Go on.
If you are driving in Poland or Slovakia, please keep your eyes on the road in these warm temperatures. Do not look at the young ladies walking down the path. It is not a good idea. Keep your eyes on the road. Service information
that actually
over.
Would make a really good song. Keep your eyes on.
Yeah, I know. Listen, quick couple of layers, because I must be in a museum because you truly are a work of art. Thank you, Notch. Thank you, Notch. Very good of you.
Notch?
I don't know where Notch is from. Hello to David and Madison and Mark. Paul Rustling has joined us. Hiya, Paul.
Hello, Paul Rustling.
How far away is Zakopane from here? About an hour, roughly.
It's actually an hour and a quarter on. It's the most incredible drive you can go on. I wouldn't like to do it in winter, but what a fabulous drive. The road to Poland is a road that should be crossed.
Absolutely. Dave Rhodes says, let the mayhem begin. I agree with you.
Yeah, well done, Dave.
Steve says, morning. Is that the boss in the background? No.
He should be in mourning after his performance yesterday.
The gentleman sitting in the background is Vlado, who's here.
Hello, Vlado.
Who's here with... He doesn't speak English, so Tina is here with him, and we're going to find out all about an amazing Slovak festival in a very short while. Hello to Sue Braithwaite, who's just joined us. Paul says, and a big hello from Yorkshire, the Yorkshire Riviera, and the young Paul Rustling.
Are you underwater, Paul?
I don't know. So anyway, to answer your question, Steve, no, that's not the boss in the background. That is Vlado in the background. And you know what? To make life a bit easier, I think we should start with Vlado and Tina, because we can do the news afterwards, can't we?
Of course we can.
Of course we can, because we're in charge of this, allegedly. Yeah, right. Is it worth a holiday? Hold on a minute. Let's just ask somebody who knows all about it. Tina?
Yes?
You have to get very close. You have to nose like this.
Okay.
I have a question,
too close, Tina.
and I think this is where you get your Slovak Award for Excellence. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Nice and close. Nice and close.
Yes.
Okay. And Steve G is saying, is it worth a holiday in Poprad?
Definitely. It's a beautiful weather here, over 30 degrees right now. Beautiful country, beautiful girls.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
definitely.
Hello, Eva. Ako se máš, Eva? Může být? No. Yeah, rozumiem. Mitchell says, hello, everyone. Hello, Mitchell.
Hello, Mitchell.
Mitchell's in the house. I think you need to sell it more. What can you do if you come to Poprad?
You can go swimming to Aqua City or to any lakes, and you can go for a walk to the mountains.
I'm going to drop you right in it.
And in July, you can learn how to sing and dance Slovak traditional music and dances, and how to do Slovak traditional crafts. So it's plenty of things to do here. And I think that when Eric and Andrea and Lee stayed here, it says something.
That's rather. What airports have direct flights to Poprad, Steve? The best way to do it is go to Luton. They call it London Luton for some reason. It's a 2-hour, 20-minute flight from Luton directly into Poprad. And when learning Slovak, do you know what Steve said? I hope Eric isn't the teacher. Marvellous. Marvellous.
Of what? Of my English?
No, of me teaching Slovak. Oh!
I'm better at Slovak than you are.
Rhubarb. Excuse.
I'm
going to prove a point. I'm going to prove a point here, because if I tell this story, nobody's going to believe it. If Tina tells the story, everybody will believe it. And it's a story about her late beautiful mother, who came to the office once, and she was sitting here. Steve says, okay, see you soon. There you go. You've got some talking.
See you soon.
Yeah. You can say hello to Tina when you get here, Steve.
Excuse me.
What?
I've just realised who that Tina is.
You haven't.
I am, because I haven't got the screen on because I'm in Poland and the signal's rubbish.
Okay.
So, hello, Tina. How lovely. Yes, we will be there.
Right. So, anyway, back to the plot. So, Tina, would you like to share what happened the day that your late mother came to the office?
Yeah, she obviously has no English language, and me and Eric were speaking in English, and she was very upset because she couldn't understand any word. And Eric always says that he has no Slovak language, even though he's here for 12 years. But he turned to my mother and he started to speak Slovak language, and she just...
Big grin. Big grin.
She had a big smile on the face. She was happy.
And she understood.
And she understood everything. Yeah. Even Vlado. You were talking to Vlado a few minutes
I
ago in Slovak language.
Yes,
So if you all say that we are going to have a Slovak show in Slovak language with Eric, it's going to be more fun.
Oh my word!
Excuse me. Eric Slovak is catastrophe.
Close. Katastrofa.
Please say something in Slovak language.
Tina, ako sa máš?
Oh! He's talking.
Mám sa dobre, Lee. Ako sa máš ty?
Ik sa páči.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, Steve, we'll drop Tina in the cart. Let's drop Tina in it. Steve's asked a question. I think we should offer this over to Tina. I still think RTI should broadcast a beginner's Slovak course.
Very good.
Over to Tina. I think Tina should do it, not me. You wouldn't understand me, mate. And you won't understand Lee's Slovak because he sounds like a Russian. But that's another story. Listen, boys and girls, let's get on. We're 8 minutes into it. He hasn't mentioned the Consumer
Watch Foundation.com. I'll tell you what, we've got some fantastic stories on there this week. You really want to start looking at it. There are some stories, but I must admit, we have made an editorial error.
Uh-oh.
Yes, the £10 Polish corkscrew.
Yeah.
Yes. Cost £1.
You were looking at it in Polish money, weren't you?
I was looking at it in Polish money. I thought, blinking heck, they've charged me £25 for that corkscrew. It was £1. But
you mean
there is an addendum to it.
You mean it was €1? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Hello.
It was €1.
No, I'm talking in pounds. I do it in pounds in different countries.
Anyway, we'll do that later. Let's move on, because there's so many people thinking of coming here that I think we should explain to them some of the things that you can do in Slovakia. And it's really, I get this is really funny, because whenever, if you talk to Slovaks, they're more into it than the Brits. But
into what?
I'm getting there. Let me take breath. And I always remember my late parents, coming to my house in South London, and me panicking, thinking, where can I take them? Because we don't realise what's right on our doorstep all the time. Exactly. Sit still, Mr. Banks.
I didn't move.
You did. You moved the microphone. I heard you. And it's one of those things where the more cultural thing it is, the less publicity it gets, because the news people are only interested in, negative stories, doom, gloom, and death. And when it gets to cultural, historical events, nobody cares.
I have to interject, I'm afraid.
Go on then.
Well, I've not mentioned the Consumer Watch Foundation for at least 2 minutes, and at this stage, I must say, anybody who's listening to this diatribe of Mr. Wiltshire should go to the Consumer Watch Foundation and go to the new section there, which is called Lee's Slovakia. And there you will find so much about the culture of Slovakia. It's not got many pieces on it yet, but it will have very soon. It talks about the culture.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to get Vlado and Tina to write this up for you for the Consumer Watch as we talk about now.
Good.
This, to most people, it will be a new festival because they won't know about it. So
I'm going to the festival.
No, this is a different one.
Tina, is it a different one?
Yes, it is a different one, but you're invited to this one as well.
Oh, look at that. Thanks, Mardy. Mardy on there on the screen. Say hello to Mardy, Lee.
Who's Mardy?
I don't know.
Is that another name for Steve?
No. Mardy has just become a fan on you now. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you.
That's very kind of you. Well done, Mardy. What's your real name?
I don't know. Is his real name? He's saying hello, everyone. Hello, Mardy.
Hello, everyone.
Are you going to say hello, Mardy?
Hello, Mardy.
Yeah, there you go. You see, there we go. It is Mardy. You see, he's replied already. Well done, that man. You're about to find out, courtesy of Tina, who's going to do all the questions.
Yeah, get it written for the Consumer Watch Foundation.
She's going to kill me now. Tell me about this festival. Talk to Vlado.
Takže máme začať rozprávať o tom festivale.
Takže festival rozhýbkosti je vlastne jediný svojho druhu na Slovensku. A výnimočný je tým, že keď príde divák, tak primárne sa učí, a nie iba pozerá, ale vyslovene sa učí to, čo sa tam deje.
So the name of the festival, first of all, is rozhýbkosti. To try to translate that to English, it will be like move your body.
Yeah.
And and this festival is open for the past 5 years. This would be the fifth year that is open, and it's very different from all the other festivals in Slovakia because when you get there, you are not just watching people dancing or singing, but you are part of it. So you are learning how to sing Slovak songs, how to dance traditional steps and traditional dances, and you learn basically everything. So 90% of the festival, you learn things.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, Stefan's joined us. It's going to be a complete posse today. Hello, Keith.
Stefan.
Oh, just remembered. Keith Rogers has just joined us. You can hear Keith later on today at 6 o'clock Central European time, 5 o'clock UK time, with the Keith Rogers experience, an antidote to professional broadcasting, he says. But actually, it's a really professional show. And great comedy bits in it as well, so don't miss that. So, can we find out more about the programme?
Či by sme mohli povedať viac o programe?
Áno. No, čo je dôležité povedať ako na začiatok, je, že je to aj pre začiatočníkov, aj pre pokročilých. To znamená, že naozaj človek, ktorý v živote netancoval, môže prísť a máme tam lektorov, ktorí ho naučia. A človek, ktorý tancuje, ľudové tance, napríklad aj profesionálne, tak takisto to má pedagógov a kurzy, ktoré ho naplnia a obohatí si svoju schopnosť.
Now, we have to say that it's for everyone. So even if you don't know anything about Slovak traditional dances and music, you can come and learn. And it is very good for professional dancers as well, because they are going to have special classes, workshops to learn more.
Okrem toho, že máme tance a vôbec tradičnú ľudovú kultúru zo Slovenska, ktorú tam vlastne vyučujeme, kurzy tanca, hudby, spevu, remesiel, tak máme aj priateľov z Írska, ktorí budú učiť takisto tance, ich solové, ale aj párové. A potom sa bude učiť takisto flamenko a prídu kamaráti z Rumunska a z Maďarska. Áno, aj flamenko, Erik.
Áno.
Okay, so what you can learn there during the festival is not just Slovak traditional music, dance and crafts, but it is there are people coming from Ireland as well, so you can learn Irish dance, Irish songs, you can learn flamenco as well. There are people coming from Hungary and Romania, so we can learn their folklore, their dances and songs as well.
Really?
It
Yes.
sounds stunning.
Actually, I just thought of something.
What?
I'm going to have to get hold of my buddy Tamash, who is one of the directors of Magyar TV. You know, MTV?
Yes.
Yeah, you know MTV. Moja kamarada, director Magyar TV.
Jeho priateľ, Eriko priateľ je riaditeľ Magio TV, tak mu povedal práve, že ho tam musí dostať.
Výborne.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. That's very kind. Ryan says Tina's, well, she doesn't say Tina, but it is all Tina today. Tina's is a cool show. You're cool.
No, it's not me, it's Vlado. The show is
Oh,
about
Vlado
Vlado
is-
and his
Vlado is
festival.
cool, yes.
It's not me, I'm just here to translate.
Thank you, Ryan. Bless you. Bless your cotton socks. So, you've got dancers from all over the world. You've got an opportunity to join in. If you're one of the people like Lee, for example. Now, Lee has got 2 left feet. He can't sing. He can't dance. Oh, it sounds like a Phil Collins song. Can't sing, can't dance. What's the experience going to be like for Lee?
Takže príklad ako Lee, je to človek, ktorý nevie tancovať, nevie spievať, má dve ľavé nohy. Čo takýto človek si môže odniesť z tohto festivalu? Čo tam môže zažiť?
No určite sa naučí tie naše tance, lebo sú pripravené naozaj pre tých laikov. Potom tam máme rôzne akože bočné aktivity, ako je kurz praskania bičom, je tam kurz varenia, máme úžasné zábavy každý večer. Takisto večer sú aj programy, to znamená, že vtedy už je naozaj ten účastník pasívny a počas dňa je aktívny. No a úžasné priateľstva. Taká atmosféra, ako je v tomto štúdiu, minimálne taká tam je.
So, Lee, something for you and for everyone who is completely new to Slovak traditions. They're going to be, he didn't say that, but I'm going to say that there are going to be 50 people, 50 teachers from different kind of traditions. And there are going to be workshops all day, and the workshops are prepared. Are prepared for the beginners as well as for professionals, and so you what?
To do what?
To do dancing and
To do
singing.
dancing, to do singing, to do crafts, so we can learn how to do craft work.
In that way. Interesting. We see you were talking about there being crafts and arts there.
Yes.
So I assume that the workshops were to do with the crafts and arts.
They are.
Yes,
Well, you just told me to do with dancing and singing.
You weren't listening.
you can do basically
I am
anything,
in Poland.
and you can also learn how to crack
God.
the whip. Did I say
Crack
that?
the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd like that. A couple of questions coming in. Steve's asking, is the area disabled friendly or is it full of steps? In other words, can somebody in a wheelchair go?
Že či to je teda určené, alebo či sa tam dostane aj niekto, kto je na vozíku napríklad.
Dostane sa, spievať vedia, takisto remeslá sú presne o tom, že stačí mať funkčné ruky a tým pádom si človek naozaj vie užiť.
Yeah, it is prepared for people, for disabled people as well, and you have two hands, so you can do the craft work. You can sing, so basically you can learn many things there
You
as
can
well,
go-
even though you are disabled.
Somebody in a wheelchair can go.
Yeah, can get there. Yeah.
So we are wheelchair friendly, Steve. So that's good. Marty says, "Where are you guys from?" From Poprad in Slovakia, on the eastern sort of the nicer bit of Slovakia, just underneath Poland. If you want to look it up, Marty.
Yeah, you're just underneath me at the moment. Yes.
I do not wish to ever hear that said again.
I know.
I don't want that said again, ever. And most of the guys, Stefan, Tina and Vlado are Slovaks. Marty lives in Hungary. It's so near. Hello.
Just around the corner.
You can come.
Marty lives in Hungary.
Yeah.
We were there a few weeks ago, Marty. We should have met up.
We should.
And, as far as this festival is concerned, all I have to say to you, Tina, is Veliki Pivo, prosím.
Oh God! Anyway, yes, Marty, you can come up. Look, Marty, just look up Poprad on your GPS, and you'll see how close you are. And it's actually not a bad road from Hungary to here. I've done that road many times.
Can I just say very quickly, just to counter out what you've just said, the road from Poprad to Hungary is absolutely appalling.
Well, you went on the wrong road.
No, we didn't. No, let me finish. The road, I can't remember exactly what the distance is, but it's about 150 miles or 200 kilometres from Poprad from Poprad.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. That's okay. No, forget it. Marty can get the bus.
Or train as well.
It can take 5 hours to do that journey. Now, if you take the posh road, the brand new posh road, paid for by EU money, it actually takes you far longer, and you do about 300 miles, and it takes you just as long. But it's a wonderful drive.
But anyway, Marty can come on the bus, and as Tina quite rightly said, there is a train service here as well. So grab your friends, Marty, come over to the festival, which Vlado's running for the 5th year, and you can come and join in the dancing, the singing, and make some stuff to take home to your family. That was good, wasn't it?
Very good.
Can we say when this festival is, as we've not bothered up to that?
No, we will do in a minute. We'll give you all the details, don't worry. Yes, Marty, we'll get you a link in a moment. Everybody's hassling me for stuff. I can't cope. I'll get there for you in a minute, Marty. Don't worry. We'll get Tina to do it. And what we'll also do...
I'll get a link for you and I'll get Tina to do it, yeah. That's Mr. Wiltshire.
Delegation, dear boy. Delegation. Okay, we'll move on to that now. Tina, can you find out for us when it's on, where it's on, and how we find out more about it? Because we've got people waiting to find out.
Yeah, brilliant.
Takže otázka je, kedy to bude, kde to bude a kde môžu nájsť ľudia informácie o festivale.
Takže festival sa bude konať 18. až 21. júla vo východnej v amfiteátri, tu pod Tatrami, krásnymi.
So the festival is on in between the 18th of July till the 21st of July. It's in a small village called Východna. It's very famous for traditional festivals. And what else did we say? And it's very close to Poprad. It's only about 30 kilometers away from Poprad.
But what we need, I'm trying to think how to do this. We need to get like a website link. Or something.
There is a website now. It's the name of the website is in Slovak language, so it's www.rozhybkosti.sk.
Can you spell it out?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's
I tell you what we'll do. We'll get you to not only say it, but we'll also get Tina to put it on the chat rooms that we're on now, to make life easier for people so that they can find the link. But hold on a minute on the chat rooms. We'll get there in a second because poor Tina's got to jump around all over the place to get there. So if you just basically read the website out, then we'll type it onto the keyboard.
Okay, so the website is www. Yes. ROZH.
I can probably do this. www. Dots. Yeah.
RO.
Yes.
ZH.
Y.
BK.
O.
S. T. I. Dot.
Vodka.
SK.
There we go. We've just posted it. Look at that. God, I'm good at this. I'm really good at this, you know. There you go, guys. On YouTube U now, the link is there for you all. So we look forward to seeing you all. And if you do come over to the festival, you're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. Thank you from Marty. That's nice. Isn't that nice?
Thank you.
Isn't that nice? We like that. Afternoon, Uncle Eric. Thank you. Will it be on CWF? Yes, it will be.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Excuse me. I say it'll be on CWF.
Oh, of course, yes. You're the executive editor, aren't you?
Yes, dear.
Oh, well.
No, yes, it will be. Eric Wiltshire, that very nice man, is right. It will be on CWF, based on the fact that Tina, when she gets home tonight, is going to write it.
Is that what you call delegation as well? Yes. Yeah. I think so. Now, Mardy and crew, if you do come over, what you've got to look for is a guy that's about 1 metre tall, very small. Very small guy. He's incredibly thin. He has no hair. So if you look out for this guy, it's just over 1 metre tall, very thin with no hair. He's unique to look at. Walk up to him and say, "Hello, I'm Mardy. How nice to meet you, Lee."
If I was that little...
No, I don't think he will get the right person.
No, of course he won't. Hello from Holland. Hello, Holland.
Hello, Holland. Well, you can't cap that.
And Miranda says, "Hi, Tina."
Hello, Miranda. Oh, yeah, she's a Slovak girl living in Holland. She's from Poprad.
Oh, what? It's like two-way family favourites. It really is. No, only joking. You can't really miss Lee, I'll tell you. If you've never seen him, he's very tall. How tall are you?
6'5". I've got the same dimensions as Superman.
6'5", 2 metres.
Just tell them to look for Chewbacca.
Yeah, look for Chewbacca.
No,
yeah.
Don't be so rude. Don't be so rude, hairy one. Copycat hair.
He's nearly 2 metres tall. He's not fat at all. His figure's about right for his height. He considers his hair to be ash brown. I call it grey. Or ash blonde, sorry. And he typically walks around in a 3/4 length leather coat. So
darling,
you expect him... What, darling?
May I say that I actually have the same physical measurements as Superman. I can prove that. Superman had a 54-inch chest. I have a 54-inch chest. Superman had a 36-inch waist. I have a 36-inch waist.
Hockey-dockey. Right, anyway, back to the plot. Can you go through when the festival's on, what they're going to get when they get there, and what the website is? Do a recap.
And can we talk as well about the idea, why it started? Because Vlado is the one who actually came with the idea 5 years ago.
I'm just sitting here.
And I think it's very interesting.
I'm just a man sitting here playing with buttons. You do what you want. Build a network and then
Erik už chcel urobiť rekapituláciu, ale som ho poprosila, či by sme mohli povedať o tej myšlienke počiatočnej, ktorá...
Oh, hold on a minute. Look at that, for pleasure. Thank you, Anna. Anna has copied the website onto Facebook for everybody.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Ďakujem veľmi pekne. It's all there for everybody. Steve, you've got it as well now. Is the correct address. Thank you, Anna. You're a darling. So you're on Facebook as well now. No problem.
I think that's really good. And I just have to say, actually, I'm quite moved by that nice man, Mr. Eric Wiltshire, who described me as very slim. You're so beautiful.
You are slim. You're not fat.
You're very kind. I'm a little bit wobbly in the right places, but
right.
As a man...
Will you shut up a minute?
No!
Yes!
I'm in Poland!
Well, I'll well, that's quite easy. Count to 10 for me.
No, because you'll switch me off.
Count to 10 for me.
No, because...
Now I switched him off. That's
4,
it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So we're going to find out now. Do you have a Facebook group? Yes, we do, Mardy. If you there's a page actually, RTI Radio. If you just type RTI Radio, you will find. Well, in fact, you'll find the live stream on there at the moment as well. So RTI Radio on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/RTI Radio, and that's where you'll find us there. Back to poor Vlado again, who's... I know he understands. Rozumie, Vlado. He does understand. But what Tina was saying is quite right. How the hell did he start this?
Takže ako si začal s týmto festivalom, kde prišla tá myšlienka?
No, my sme organizovali tanečné domy po celom Slovensku. To je vlastne myšlienka je taká tých tanečných domov vrátiť naspäť ľudový tanec z javiska, kde už vlastne to prezentujú folklórne súbory obyčajným ľuďom, tak ako to dakedy bolo.
Okay, so the idea started with kind of like dancing houses where the people can learn dances. So that was the first what they did, and where the people can learn how to dance. So that was the first thing they did all over Slovakia. And the idea is about to bring people the traditional Slovak folklore, not just to watch, but to learn and bring it back to the past. Idea.
You're bringing the old forwards.
Past into the future.
And do you know what? I love that about Slovakia, because England has no traditional culture as such anymore, whereas here you hold on to it.
What's a load of rubbish?
No, shush a minute. The bit that annoys me is the government does nothing about it, and we need to get more tourists to go to keep the events going.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
England is steeped in tradition. That actually is one of the reasons it's so boring. It's so steeped in tradition. We have events marking every year. We have events marking traditional dance. We have folk music all across the world. That's the most hideous statement you've ever made.
Anyway, back to Tina. Yeah.
Erik, ale udržiavajú sa tie tradície.
Tina, may I just say?
Yes.
Biele víno, prosím.
Na zdravie.
He was just asking for the white wine, just for everyone to know. I'll get you one when you get here.
Udržiavajú sa tie tradície, ale hlavne v tých folklórnych súboroch a skupinách. A našim zámerom je, aby aj Erik tancoval a spieval. Keď sme prišli dnes tu, tak Erik spieval a bol šťastný.
Yeah, right.
A dakedy boli podľa mňa Slováci šťastnejší práve preto, že veľa spievali a tancovali a to sa vytratilo. Tie naše vlastné piesne. Ešte stále to nejako žije, ale my to chceme vrátiť ako keby, že čo najväčšej mase ľudí.
No, it was loads of words, so I would try to translate. But we still keep the Slovak traditional culture, but mostly in groups, special traditional folk groups. But what is an idea of Vlado and Rosipkosti is to bring culture into more people, so Eric and everyone else can learn. When we came here today, Eric was singing his song, Sweet Caroline. So Vlado's ideas and the people who make Rosipkosti idea is to bring the traditional culture into more people, so everyone can be happy. Because in the past, people were more happy because they were singing, they were enjoying the life.
Yep.
And it's completely different now. So that's the idea.
The point is that with a lot of the festivals here, and people, I don't know why they get nervous about it, because they shouldn't. Festivals here encourage you to participate. And it doesn't matter if you can't sing and can't dance properly. You can still be part of the festival, correct?
Yeah, it is like that, but even though they kind of they're making this festival is completely different, because in most of the festivals you probably
it's
controlled program. Yeah. And in here and basically you have like 10%, maybe 10% of the program you are kind of pushed into do things, but in here it's the other way around. So 90% of festival you basically learn the things, and 10% of the festival you just watch the program of the guests.
Yeah. But we understand. Resume festival, no problem. No, we don't want cheese rolling, Mitchell. Oh, they did that yesterday on the TV. Yeah, messy thing. So once again, what we will do is it's the website address is already on you now. Thank you to Anna. It's now on Facebook. It will later on be on Consumer Watch Foundation as well. And Tina will give us a little bit of a hint as to what's going on. And the date again?
It's from the 18th of July till the 21st of July. Okay, and it's in Východna, close to Poprad.
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Drive, 15 minutes drive.
15-minute drive, not a lot at all. And we look forward to seeing our friends from all over Europe coming. That'd be really cool.
It will be really cool.
We'll make I'll at least will make a program or part of a program from there.
Do you know what I'm tempted to do?
Let's get the bike out and go.
Yes.
Make a show from there?
There's the deal.
Yep.
We've done it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, boys and girls, if you do go to the festival, you will be able to see us. There will be a rather large as long as Vlado is okay, there'll be a rather large motorcycle there, which is a trike. No? Perfect. Vlado's going, yes. We'll put a big RTI stand-up sign at the back. You'll be able to see us. You'll be able to find us with ease, and we'll come over and we'll say hello to you. So come to the festival, come and meet Lee and I, and other people as well from the team.
I might even bring the bench.
And what airline flies that? It's Wizz Air. Wizz Air is the one to fly to Poprad. Blimey. See what you've done now?
Happy days.
Yeah, happy days. It's actually Wizz Air, which is from Luton to Poprad. If you book now-ish, you get some very cheap flights, actually. And that's not a commercial, that's just the truth. So London Luton into Poprad, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Wizz Air is the carrier. And the other thing I will say, wherever you go, although we translate for Vlado because it's easier for him, 99% of where you go, if you walk, Stefan and I walked into a restaurant last night. I attempted to do my Slovak. She said, "Would you like a menu in English?" Says a lot about my Slovak, doesn't it? And that's how simple it is here nowadays. Wherever you go, you'll find somebody who can help you out if you get stuck. But the one thing I would say is, if you really, really want to try a little bit, just get please, thank you, and may I in Slovak. And you get the most amazing smiles from the beautiful women that Tina mentioned. It's worth it. It's worth it. It really is.
Always say thank you.
And there's one more thing to say, Vlado just reminded me. There is going to be plenty of beer and wine for everyone.
Uh-oh.
Piro.
Yeah, no. Miranda says, I only wish we could fly easily from the Netherlands to Poprad. That's on the way. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Ooh, that means that we can go to Holland as well.
Kashitsa.
I don't like saying the last part. I have to say Kashitsi because Kashitsas are rude. But you can fly into Kashitsa.
Kashitsa, yes.
You can fly in there.
Yes.
And it's only an hour's drive.
Yeah.
So it's not...
I'm basically...
We're not cut off from the world.
No, I'm basically a brand new motorway.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a good, interesting drive. So don't feel that we're cut off from the world. It actually is not very difficult to get here.
No. So, yes, you can fly. As Marty was saying, you can get the bus from Hungary up to here. Holland will be connected to Poprad soon as well, as are our friends up in Latvia. You can fly direct from Riga into Poprad as well. So there's a whole load of things coming up. The only downside is we'll end up listening to more English spoken here than in London.
Well, don't forget also, seriously.
What, you're here?
It's quite easy. No, seriously. No, you can drive. You can actually drive here. It's a fabulous drive through Europe.
Yeah. Takes about, from London to Poprad is about 27 hours, including the ferry and having a sleep on the ferry.
Yeah. Well, you don't need the ferry. Go on the Channel Tunnel thing. You're here in 20 minutes. But it's not that. Last time we did it, we drove through Austria, we drove through Germany, we drove through France, we drove through Holland, and it was just a really good journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Anna's reminded, just go to the airport in Kashitsa. It's really easy. Really, really easy. So listen, ďakujem veľmi pekne. Gratulem, Miro, Vlado.
Ďakujem, Erik.
No problem.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you for doing all the translation, because mine will be rubbish. And we're going to do some news in a mo. We'll just have a quick ad break, and then we'll be back with part 2 of Postcard from Poprad.
From the heart of Europe to the world, this is RTI.
This is an appeal that I simply wish I didn't have to make. In this day and age, how is it possible that 1,400 children will die today from dirty water? That children like Elodie have to drink dirty water from rivers and swamps, risking their lives. Right now, you can help save a child's life. Text the word water to 70080 to give WaterAid £3. WaterAid has the expertise to install pipes, pumps and taps that will bring clean water to children at risk. They just need your support. In the next minute, dirty water will kill another child like Elodie. So please, don't wait to save a child's life. Text WATER to 70080 now to give WaterAid £3. Thank you.
If your dream holiday is 2 hours from the UK, perfect for children and teenagers, young couples and the older visitor, ideal for the physically active and for those who just want to unwind, Aqua City is the destination for you. Described by the Travel Channel as the place that will soon be on everybody's lips, be ahead of the crowd and the envy of your friends, but still enjoy a home from home. Come to Aqua City Poprad, the world's leading green resort.
From the heart of Europe to the world, RTI.
Eternally grateful to Tina and to Vlado for that amazing conversation. I'm actually quite looking forward to that, you know, Lee.
Are you coming?
Well, yeah, how does the bike go if I go ride it?
I'll stick it in the back of my Bentley and take it.
Oh, then Andrea could drive.
Yeah, we'll bring the Bentley as well. We'll go on the bike and Andrea can follow in the Bentley.
No, because if you get a trailer...
I'm getting a trailer.
Yeah, then you could put a trailer on the back of the Bentley, we could take the bike on the trailer, you and I could have beer, and Andrea could drive us all back.
Velky pivo, prosím. Yeah, what a good idea.
Really good idea, wouldn't it? We're going to move on to a few bits of news, boys and girls, because we haven't got time for much, because after that was such good fun.
Really interesting, really, honestly, really interesting.
Yeah, a new rule has been written into the Advertising Standards Code.
This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. From today, get this, commercials must not include stereotypes, which I kind of get, which are likely to cause harm or serious or widespread offence.
Like what?
Stupid.
Like what? What stereotype is going to cause offence? Comedy stereotypes are the lifeblood of Britain.
Okay, here's one we can't do. I can't do the washing up because I'm a man.
Well, yeah, but what they're picking on with this is comedy stereotypes. It's part of the basis of British humour. And these idiots, these absolute idiots, have no sense of humour. Why can't you do a joke about gay people? Why can't you do a joke about men washing up? Why can't you do a joke about women? Ludicrous.
Well, men always say they can't change nappies, not because they can't change them, but because they don't want the smelly bits.
Well, exactly. And also, I always say to my wives, yes, darling, I'll do the washing up. You go and change the oil on the car.
Yeah, exactly. It's a joke. I think it's a complete farce. Absolute farce. How's the thunderstorm doing in Poland, by the way?
It's not started yet. It's just got a bit. It's gone like there's a really good film. I don't know if you all have heard of it, called Under the Volcano, and that's how it is. It's like we're under a volcano. The air has become glowering, and we're both sitting here just sweating, and there is no sun. There is just a darkness descending on Poland.
It's descending here, the darkness as well. There was terrible,
very good band.
Terrible storms in the Czech Republic yesterday. With like hailstones that were 5 and 6 centimetres across.
Well, it better not hit my car.
Tough if they do, mate. Nobody worries. Lee will be pleased with this one. KFC is releasing a vegan burger.
Well, I think this is... You see, now if you go to the ConsumerWatchFoundation.com, I'm sorry, you will see that our second lead this week is about the fact that McDonald's are still umming and ahhing about whether they should introduce a vegan burger. Now, they've introduced it in Germany, and the Germans adore it, but they don't want to upset the customers across the world. What is this problem that the world has with veganism? We have a Slovak writer who is writing making Slovak recipes for us as we speak.
Well,
And
hang on a minute.
people
Hang on a minute. I can join the dots here. Steve
Go
has
on,
just said the point about the advertising standards thing is you can choose to watch comedy programs, but you can't miss the adverts so easy if you're watching commercial television.
That's as rubbish as the
No.
as the
So
advertising.
I am deeply offended. It's offensive to me to see an advert for a KFC vegan burger on the television. Can I complain about that as well?
Well, you should be able to, yeah. You should be able to. But why are people so wound up about veganism? This writer is one of our top writers.
Honestly, I'm not wound up about it. I'm
No, it didn't
annoyed.
mean you. It was a general you.
No, I'm annoyed because I'm supposed to say, oh, that's perfectly all right. A vegan burger. No, it is not all right. A burger is full of meat. It is not. It's not full of some corn stuff.
It's full of meat if it's not a vegan burger. If it's a vegan burger, it's not full of meat. That's the way it is. But the simple fact is that comedy adverts. You see, again, Steve, you have no real idea of what the media is about. The concept of an advert is to grab you within seconds and to make a point. And very often what is used within adverts is comedy. And so if you denude the whole of the advertising industry of one of the basics of its art, then it is a ludicrous and insulting and ridiculous decision.
And it's true to say that, not all the time here, obviously, but it's like the absolutely crazy situation where if somebody was selling bubble bath in the UK, a very pretty young lady in a bikini would get in the bath. In Slovakia, a naked young lady, you wouldn't see the front bits, would get in the bath because you don't get
her bubbles out, wouldn't you, Eric?
Well, you don't go and have a bath in your bikini, do you? How stupid is that? And it's logic, isn't it?
It is.
Of course it is. I can't agree with you more. It is really shocking and
It's just
silly.
logic. It's absolute logic. Richard asked this one to put on the list, and I have to say I agree with you, Richard. Thank you. He says, all this hypocrisy about politicians taking drugs is now getting on my nerves. I agree. Many of the journos getting on their sanctimonious high horses have experimented or used recreational drugs. If the candidates are clean now, who cares? I agree, Richard.
Yeah, but let's once again, let's put this right, Richard. Let's look at this in the reality of the situation, not in the fantasy world of amateur pundits, right? The simple fact is that Gove, as the main protagonist in this, came to the press and told his story. He wanted the story out. We didn't go mad at it. He brought it there. Now, there is a reason for doing that. That's because people were going to be exposed over their drug taking in the past. Mm-hmm. Now, if we accept that drug taking in Britain is illegal, then our politicians, yet again, have committed an illegal act.
So have
Therefore,
the journalists, then.
It's down to the press to expose that.
So have the journalists, then.
Well, I come and arrest me. Come and get me, copper.
I think your microphone's off for some reason. No.
I heard him cackling.
Did you hear him cackling? But it's true. How can you be sanctimonious about taking drugs if you've actually done the same criminal act yourself? It's ridiculous.
Well, it's just a stupid point. It really is such a stupid point that, of course, people, it's like saying, well, I've been drunk. I can't write about anybody who drinks. What a pointlessly ludicrous statement to make.
Anyway,
it is the exposure of the people who are in power in our country. And yes, we journalists, I have sat there watching people in newsrooms sniffing coke. I've sat there drunk wine at my desk. I've gone to parties. I have been drunk in pubs in Fleet Street. I've been drunk in pubs all across the world to do with journalism.
This is your newspaper author, by the way.
Yeah, it's a simple fact. You know, maybe you don't drink, Richard. Maybe you don't take drugs. That's very good. But then you're a good boy. These people have been naughty boys. And when naughty boys are trying to become the Prime Minister of our country, and they come forward and say, look, I have to admit I've taken cocaine 10 years ago, then we have a duty to report it so people have a rounded picture of what's going on. The attitude taken here, which is not only Richard's attitude, a lot of other people have taken this attitude, is to say we don't really care what people do. Well, you do when they start to rip you off, when they start to lie to you, when they have darknesses in their past, when they have skeletons in their cupboards, and we haven't exposed it.
Every journalist does. Another one that's been getting up my nose as well is the that wasn't bad. The BBC statement over the licence fees for over 75s. Now, in the UK, if you're over 75 years old, you get a free TV licence. If you're under 75, you don't. That is very different to many areas of Europe. In Slovakia, for example, it's different as well. And the thing that really gets up my goat over this one is the fact that the incumbent government got blamed for this. It was nothing to do with the incumbent government. No. What it was to do with, and this is where the Director General of the BBC is a complete numpty, you are, Tony Hall. On the BBC's own website, it tells you, in return for the BBC's agreement to shoulder the £650 million cost of the free TV licences, the government promised to allow £145.50p fee to increase in line with inflation and close the loophole that made it possible to watch on-demand television without a licence. That is on the BBC's own website. So the BBC Director General said, I agreed to this deal. We will pay the £650 million for the cost of the free TV licences. Not the government, not some other quango, not a journalist, nobody whatsoever. And not only that, the evidence is still on the BBC website. It's under Entertainment and Arts. You can look it up. Just put BBC statement on over 75. 2015 is when this came out, 4 years ago. The Director General said, we will shoulder the cost of the free TV licences. This week, he changed his mind and said...
After 10 years, after doing it for a decade.
No, he came
in 1999. And,
exactly. I meant that he said that he made the statement in 2015, Lee. So that's 4 years ago. He said, this is what we're going to do. 4 years later, he's like Diane Abbott. He can't add up.
Can I just say something very briefly, because this is quite inflammatory, what I'm going to say. A lot of left-wing political amateur pundits jumped on the back of this again to attack our politicians, like you say, completely wrongly, and then attack me yet again for having the outrageousness to say that actually there are no pensioners who live on £153 a week in Britain. And the £3 that's being taken, no, there aren't. Every pensioner has some kind of, if they've got a house, they can sell the house. If they have a private pension, they can do that. If they have a business, if they have pension credits, if they have any kind of, they have free travel, they have all sorts of things. The basic pension of £153 a week is not what people generally live on. Right? I was taken to task for saying that the average income for a pensioner is about £26,000 a year. Now, what that means is that in the middle, that the average is £26,000 a year. That means there are a lot of people who are living on less than that, and also a lot of people who are living on more than that. But do not be misled that there are any people in this country who are living on the basic income of £153 a week.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Absolutely. And Steve's actually brought up a really valid point that when the scheme started back in 1999, it was actually the government that paid for it. And that was Tony Blair, if I remember rightly, who brought the scheme in.
It was Gordon Brown who brought it in, yeah.
Was it Gordon Brown? But Tony Blair was talking about it before, if I remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, they brought it in. And of course...
And the income then, the pension then, was £66 a week.
Right. Now, what we've got to remember here also is that Tony Hall, when he was appointed Director General of the BBC, everybody in the right side of Parliament was going... Panic. Everybody on the left side said, what a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, what does that tell you? What does it
tells you exactly what you and I have just been saying, really.
Well, this is a political thing, boys and girls.
Of course it is. Over £3 a week. It's a pint of a price of beer.
And to be honest, because the Director General made a statement saying that they would pay for the free TV licences, he's now changed his mind. I believe that he should resign from his post for telling porkies.
Who? You do?
No, the Director General of the BBC.
What? Yeah, you say that he should resign over it?
Absolutely.
Why? I don't get that.
Because he said in the first place, his statement...
Oh, in 2015, sorry.
And he actually says in part of it, and I'm paraphrasing, it's a good deal for the BBC.
Yeah.
So he's agreed a deal, he's now reneged on the deal. So
Did he say it was going to go on forever, though? Did he say it was in perpetuity, that it would go on for infinity?
Yes.
And it would... I don't think he did.
He did. Because it was part of the agreement for the charter increase. So the deal was that the cost of the free licences to be shouldered by the BBC. It was an agreement.
Then I agree with you entirely. I do not change any of the arguments that I've made against this, but I agree with you. The Tony Hall,
you should
he
go.
should be taken out and put up against a wall and shot.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing anyway. Oh, dear. Oh, Steve, stop it. You'd say anything if the government put a gun to your head. No, I wouldn't, because they wouldn't do that anyway. But Tony Hall did this.
Because we don't live in Liverpool.
No, it is actually on the BBC's own website, the statement that Mr. Hall made, and as he made the statement, has now reneged on it, he should resign.
He should be shot.
No.
Resigned.
That's
resigned then.
Yeah.
But if he whipped a bit, just whipped a bit.
Well, possibly. He might enjoy it. Might enjoy that, though. Let's do a couple of quickies now, because we've only got 3 minutes left. Vodafone customers worldwide have faced a disruption this week as their mobile internet and broadband services fell over due to a glitch.
Mine's been perfect.
Yes, because you're not in the UK, Ireland, Portugal, Germany, Greece, Italy, or Australia and India.
I'm not.
No.
Oh, all right then.
So you're all right there. So you see what these journalists are like, aren't they? Mine's all right. I don't care. I don't care about the rest of you lot.
Just get on with it.
Mitchell's just made a comment. Regardless of the politics, poor OAPs have another bill, and there are some poor OAPs, and I respect the fact that Tony Hall has said that the means testing is going to go on, but I still think it's basically an attack which is ridiculous. The whole thing is absolutely farcical. You can't change it.
Of course there are poor OAPs, but there are also quite comfortably off OAPs. Everybody on social media was saying that every OAP couldn't afford the £3 a week, and we're talking rubbish. That's the only point that I made.
There is that to it. A teenager in Canada has blamed a bathroom emergency brought on by eating too many hot wings. That was the reason he gave for speeding the car at 106 miles an hour in Manitoba, in Canada. He was driving a Chevrolet Camaro, and that was his excuse for getting caught for speeding. I think that's a wonderful story to end on. How long are you staying? How long have we got rid of you to Poland?
I'm back tomorrow.
Oh, Stefan.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stefan, can we pay the security people at the border a few grand?
I drive that fast, they never see me.
Of course we could.
We could try, right, okay, we could try. So you're driving back from Poland tomorrow?
I certainly am, and yeah, we're looking forward to be back in Poprad. Poprad really is one of the best places in the world. Zakopane is charming and fabulous, and we're going to be spending a lot of time here, we've decided, but our heart lies in Poprad.
There you go.
And we have a beautiful festival right now in the center of the city. The Italian people living in the city are having Viva Italia festival.
Yep.
Plenty of Italian food. Plenty of Italian
wine,
folk dances, wine.
Beautiful. Got so many festivals here. It's unbelievable. We got to go. It's time to go. Goodbye. I got to see you soon. See you next week, boys and girls, as he says.
Bye-bye.
In a calm, happy way. Because that's all we've got time for. Steve Bishop's up next here on Radio Tetris International. From me, Eric, Stefan. Bye-bye.
RTI.